Okay, this is the speed roll, guys. We stack Flurry, and then we hold Q and we dash. We also have a Jar Rune teleport. Okay, my friends, we start the run, we cast our Flurry to get momentum stacks, then we start holding down Death Trap and start dashing and piano play our E and R. And with that, we can indefinitely teleport together with the Jar Rune. So we dash, 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 and we also have Jar Rune. And we're gonna do a 1 minute run here. That's usually the goal, like bam, boss spawns, and melt the boss. Sayonara, 1 minute run, let's go. Rogue Nation going crazy. Hey everybody, it's Robbie. Welcome to one of the fastest builds in the entire game. This is the Death Trap Rogue. I already made a full build guide on this, but we have something like a speed variant here that can go ultra fast, where we use the teleport from the sorcerer, and we just have like ultra speed farming potential with this one here. And I want to show you the changes as well as some of the gameplay here. So this is one of the strongest S tier builds in the season, and we made it to be a pretty tanky on top of all of this. So we have the Flurry now. This basically allows us to get your momentum stacks instantly. So whenever I join a pit run, basically I go in and I stack and I just use Flurry. This is the first change. So we just stack Flurry, boom, and we get 10 momentum stacks. And this allows you to instantly permadash. Like you see here, like I can just instantly start permadashing. And I also have the added effect of having teleport now with the Jar Rune. This is the second change. So this allows us to, for example, teleport over walls and basically crush everything in the entire end game, including up to like pit 80 or something. So this is going to be a speed farm and the bossing build if you want to. And the changes are, again, here we have the POC Jar Rune, and this one basically lets us borrow the sorcerer teleport. So this allows us to basically teleport over walls, especially in the pits. This is the best way to farm paragons, it's the best way to farm obols, and it's also the best way to just farm greater affix items in general that are not uniques. Obviously for uniques, like Beastfall Boots, for example, you want to do the Belial fight if you have the mats. But in general, the most efficient strategy is just to speed farm low pits, and this is what this build specializes in. The third change we did, so again, first change, we have Flurry to instantly get momentum stacks, and the momentum stack is really important in pit runs or just also in T4 when you want to be speedy, because you just press a few flurries and you get your momentum up instantly. It doesn't take like, 10 dashes, where in the start you don't have cooldown to dash all the time. So Flurry is much faster, and we get this 4 ranks from our Harlequin's Crest, so we don't even need to put in any points into Flurry. It basically just unlocks automatically here with the Harlequin's Crest. Then we have obviously the Jar Rune here, which allows us to teleport, so pretty crazy. We can skip objectives, we can skip walls and all this kind of stuff. And then if you want to do bosses like Lilith, I can completely face tank Lilith, as you saw in the intro. We have the Dark Shroud if you like, or you can still play what I was playing before, the Caltrops, which just gives you some more single target. However, it's usually not really needed in speeds. But if you feel like you lack DPS instead of toughness, you can play Caltrops, and if not, you can play Dark Shroud. I'm going to have both the planners below, so this is like the ultra speed version that I like to play in these like pit 69s or whatever you want to farm with this build. 54 is also another great way to farm, because it's like you don't get the full penalty from the T4, you don't get the full armor, the full rest penalty. Or you can play like here the tanky version with Lilith, where you also get Fortify here from the shield charge. And Fortify is pretty cool. It gives you more toughness, but it also increases your overpower damage. So here we are rocking the Rahir. But anyways, we are mainly focusing on the speed version, and usually this is either done in group. I like Subo here, like with the map hack in speeds. Map hack, speed is king. Just in bosses you can get the Fortify. And yeah, I'm going to show you all the gear. So obviously you still want the 275 energy. These are the breakpoints that I already explained in the previous video, but just again here to quickly summarize. This is the example for my character. So we drink the max resource potion. We get 2 masterworks on Harlequin's Crest, assuming you guys don't have greater affix with resources. If you have a greater affix, you don't even need to masterwork it. But you do need 1 greater affix with 2 crits on the boot. So this gives you exactly 275 resource and basically allows you to spend and regain. You see here, every time I spend, I also regain the energy. And you need the plus 10 ranks to Aftermath in total. So you can see here my Aftermath is even overkill. It's on rank 11, and this is going to give us enough energy, 275, even without momentum, with our Banished Lord Talisman. So we spent all the Fury because Death Trap becomes a core skill, and we spend it because of Beast 4 boots, and then we generate it all thanks to the Aftermath. So you gotta have these 2 breakpoints, and your Death Trap cooldown should be below 15 seconds. You have a Shaco, and you have 1 temper on your ring here, giving you extra Death Trap cooldown. Just make sure it's below 15. And then you can basically start playing this build. And what I do in the speeds, guys, I hold down Q, I press W, dash whenever I need to, and I piano E and R. I never really press F again, and I only do the momentum stacks at the start. So that's basically how it goes. I'll show you a couple pit runs here in the end as well, but this is basically just how we rule. And this is basically just what we do, and we basically like blast everything down and keep remembering to evade, like especially when there's like, you know, some gaps you want to jump or something. That's really helpful because you can't really dash through an obstacle. Let's say I want to go from here to over there. Like you see, I can't dash, but I can evade over it with our teleport. So that's pretty cool. And you can just basically, if you're in front of an objective or an obstacle, you can basically just keep spamming your Death Trap until, let's say I use my teleport, and I keep spamming my Death Trap until I get teleport, and then I can port over. This is again thanks to the Pork Jar. Like I said, we spent all the resource and then we generated again, proccing the Pork Jar like instantly. So we only need to cast 3 Death Traps. So we teleport and then 1, 2, 3, boom, we get it back. 1, 2, 3, boom. And it just goes completely insane. And we have the craziest mobility ever. And then we're also rocking Zan Xal here. This one gives us more life. Then we're rocking the Trickster Doom Gauntlets here. Big damage and obviously overpower damage. If you feel like you want toughness, you can get armor roll here, but it's not really necessary. Eyes in the Dark here, also ideally with max life. If you have GA Aftermath, again, keep in mind you need 10 ranks to Aftermath. Beastfall boots, double hit on resources. Better is even triple. Secondary, very important, so you want that too. Then we have the big weapon here with the ultimate damage. So we cast ultimates all the time, so this is going to give us triple damage, Porkjar. Extra multiplier here because our Death Trap is also a stun grenade. Then we have Doombringer. I managed to triple crit this one, so this one gives us a crazy amount of life. You see, I have 56,000 life, so completely wild. Starless Sky with attack speed here, very nice. Obviously, you like to triple crit it or get core skills. And then we have the ring here, another big multiplier, and also the Death Trap cooldown. And then the Banished Lord Talisman. Ideally, you triple crit max life. We are rocking the preparation here. This is basically what allows us. Also, if we are playing a Dark Shroud, see here, I can like get all these skills on cooldown. But then as soon as I press my ultimate, like they all come off cooldown. So I can like basically just piano all this, press the ultimate, and then this is all thanks to the specialization preparation. Skill tree looks like this. Obviously, like there's a lot of stuff you can swap around. Like right now, we're not playing the Shadow Step run, so you could skill a Dark Shroud or you don't take it. Like there's like many options. You can go defensive here if you like more toughness. You can go more close damage, and it really depends on what you want to do. But in speeds, like toughness doesn't matter. This build is essentially immortal. Like I said, we can tank T4 Lilith, and the best thing to do that is we just switch in the Challenging Shout rune here. There's one here that gives us the Barbarian Challenging Shout, and this goes completely crazy. I can show you like a kill here, how we tank Lilith. I'm not even sure how crazy we can go, but we can check that out. And that's pretty much the setup. So that's the skill tree. Again, the planners are all linked below. We are still rocking momentum. For ultra high pit push, you want to press close combats, but we want to focus here on the speed and on the tanky version. Paragon looks like this here, so we have a versatility in the starter board. Headhunter, we have Eldritch Bounty. I just skilled some decks right now. It's not like fully optimized. You can always get more toughness here if you want distant damage reduction and stuff. I just put some points in decks. Kenny, Deadly Ambush, Explosive, Ambush, No Witness, crazy multis. And again, like we're Giga Tanky, so pre-buff, again, your Mastering Resource are like decks. We like Redimant Buzz and Soothing Spice. And this gives us maxed resistances. And again, you can max your armor if you roll, armor here, or you can also get the Mercenary for the tanky setup if you like. And click on tanky, get Mercenary, and you get more armor here from here as well as the Fortify. However, that's pretty much completely overkill. Let me reset here for a sec. I think I already melted her. And I think we can put the build to the extreme, to the max. Like, we're just so tanky. I think we might be even able to outlive the full Lilith rotation. I haven't tried this in T4, but I think it might be possible. Like, I know we can tank like most of it. So we can go like challenging shout here. That's what I usually like the most. And I don't know, like we can get some close damage reduction. There's like so many options. But nothing really crazy you need. So we go to Lilith again. Like if we start, we press our flurry to get momentum stacks, and you see like how fast it is. We basically just start and already like start pressing, and you see, boom, we get enough stacks, and then we can basically just spam this. Now I don't have teleport because we have the barb challenging shout, but this gives us even more toughness. So I'm gonna like show you the full kill as well, but I just want to see here like if we can actually. Yeah, look, we can even stand down here, guys. That's how crazy it is. Like, what's she gonna do to us? This is Torment 4 Lilith. Like, this build is basically completely unkillable. So, yeah. I don't even have to press Dark Shroud. Like, we're just so strong, bro. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna take it to the ultra extreme. Like, we're gonna do it in phase 2, guys. Let's see it. I'm not even moving, bro. Actually, that wave did a little bit of damage. I mean, I'm not really concerned, but we'll see. So we make challenge now, guys. Just stand. This build is ultra fast, ultra tanky, has not a single cooldown on the entire spell bar. It's just so crazy, man. So you see here, Lilith spawns. And then we just stay here. Like, we can even, like, tank all this fire, man. You want to kill T4 Lilith, guys, with the Belial power for the season journey? And this might be your pick, guys. This is a pretty cool build. Okay, let's just stand on top of her. It's fine, cool. Just gotta like keep pressing your button, guys, obviously to generate your barrier. Like keep generating your barrier, right? And yeah, that's T4. This is the hardest boss fight. Many people struggle with this. But yeah, you just keep pressing your button and you get like a crazy amount of barrier from your death trap. And then, you know, like you can very easily switch between the versions. Now we take the Jar rune. And now we're suddenly like a speed god king. And we can like go in a pit and blast over there, you know. This build's just nuts, man. There's literally like god mode unlocked. Yeah, and then we go here, like 69. Obviously, 69 is a great number, guys. Best number to farm XP, and it's a great number in general. 69 pit. And here again, guys, we use Flurry. So in the start, Flurry. And then basically just get the Flurry stacks, and then you blast. And then we're off. Keep in mind, like you also want to evade. It gives you damage, it gives you movement speed. Goal is always to do 60 seconds, right? And I'm gonna like put some more runs here, but this is just... yeah, pretty cool. Like we also have like very good range. You saw like we could like totally like range this pack. So it was also very nice. So here I saw pack there, boom, that, get it. Another pack, get it. Snipe this one too. Yeah, if you want to have some fun, guys, play Rogue. It's really one of the most fun builds in the season this time. Okay, we actually went into like a bit of a dead end. Oh yeah, don't do that. Oh man, like sometimes you gotta love these pits. They forget to like patch in enough monsters in the pits, man. But yeah, that's basically how it goes. Okay, basically we gotta do one more now, eh? Didn't count, my friend, didn't count. Maybe we get some GA stuff. But yeah, you see like the flurry, like that was like a 65 seconds. Like usually like after like almost everyone below 60 if I don't go into like a running out of monsters. They still haven't really like fixed this in the game, right? Like running out of monsters, man, like that doesn't feel that great. So we go in again, step 1, get the flurry stack. So just hold your right click and then start pressing down death trap. So flurry stacks, momentum stacks with flurry. And then basically we just started blasting. So you can see like we can always skip over the walls if we want to. So in some of these layouts it's really nice to do that. But your dash also has like no cooldown whatsoever, so it makes it like extremely crazy. So we rush to the top. Here there's one more pack. Boom. Get them all. Want to have some good reactionary times here. And here we can also jump over, so that's always very nice. This rogue also has the best sound effect. I don't know if you guys can hear. The weehoo sound effect. This is also one of the worst maps with this layout here in the middle. But yeah, basically just blasting, guys. Even through the worse layouts. Guys are a bit stuck there in the back. And sayonara, bam. And then boss. You also go to the top. And get him, man. Get him. So yeah, we can just basically blast like this. And there's also a non-Uber version that's down in the planner. So ideally, I get asked this a lot, like which Uber I should get first. The answer is always Shaco. You need the Shaco first because you must have resources. If you don't have the resources, there's an energy aspect that you can get on the ring of yours. Again, here, boom, momentum. Stack it up, and then you can teleport. Make always good use of the teleport. And also, this is very nice and welcome in groups, guys, because you also like basically pixel pull the enemies almost at all times, and it's a pretty amazing synergy like for group players. Because you basically like pixel pull the enemies instantly, and you also like CCing them very fast with your boss powers. Oh, I realized we didn't check the boss powers, so I'm gonna like show you the boss powers here in a sec as well. Just gonna finish this last run, but yeah, basically you can just basically very chill farm. Obviously, it's still kind of an active build. Like you do have to press some buttons. You know, it's not like a full AFK build or anything. So you will be having to press at least a few of your keys. But in the end, you can still almost play only Death Trap. Like I could almost remove like my entire bar and just have Death Trap, and it would work very well. Okay, it was like 58 seconds. And the boss powers here, we're rocking the Wandering Death Beam to execute enemies. We are having the Beast in the Eyes here, slowing everything, Cinerates for multiplier, and Harbinger. So at the moment, I dropped the Belial's Eye Beam because we are not always stealth and we don't always benefit from the overpower. But the Wandering Death Beam in speed is really nice to execute the elites with your boss power activate. But yeah, I'll probably show you some more runs here. This is the build, my friends. Again, the planners are below. This is one of the most fun builds. And again, super easy T for Lilith. If you want to, you know, finish your season journey, that's pretty chill. You can literally face tank anything with this build. Even if you don't have res cap, you can still face tank everything. It's just so insane, and you'll never die, and you're ultra fast, and you have a ton of damage if you're reaching those breakpoints here. But again, I have the TLDR here with my character. I hope you enjoyed, my friends. Rogue is eating good this season. Enjoy. GG. This is the speed Rogue, guys. We stack Flurry. And then we hold Q and we dash. And we also have Jar Rune Teleport. That's the base principle of the build. We keep dashing. Boom, 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 boom. Stuff melts. Then every now and then you can teleport, especially when you want to jump over walls, because dash will not allow you to jump over the walls. While the teleport from the Jar Rune actually allows you to do just that. So you can go like extremely fast with this. Zoom, 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 zoom. Get them all. We overpower with every hit. 275 resources. Big damage. And ideally you want to do like around 1 minute run. That's the goal always. Of course, depending a bit on the map. You get it faster or you get it a bit slower. But the teleport rune is huge. And you also like just playing with the, toying with the monsters, right? Boom, get it. Spawn the boss. And then also here you teleport. And then boss spawns, boom, 60 seconds. Let's go, Rogue Nation. And you see it here, we can just hold down Q and just dash all the time. And then on top of this, we can also teleport. So if you like press the buttons and you press them fast, you are like Speedy Gonzalez like crazy, man. So Rogue rocks. Okay, my friends, we start the run, we cast our flurry to get momentum stacks, then we start holding down Death Trap and start dashing and piano play our E and R. And with that, we can indefinitely teleport together with the Jar Rune. So we dash, 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 and we also have Jar Rune to just move in front like super crazy fast. And boom, that was floor 1. Now we're going to floor 2 again and press Q again, boom, boom, boom. And then this is like one of the worst floors that you can possibly get. But it matters not, because we are Rogue and we're just gonna blast. This is the Death Trap Rogue, one of the fastest builds in the game. You can jump walls with the Jar Rune, which you can't do with your dash. So you can like kind of like target use it like wisely if you're blasting. So boom, 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 we go like this. Another pack that we melt. And we're gonna do a 1 minute run here. That's usually the goal. Like bam, boss spawns. And melt the boss. Sayonara, 1 minute run. Let's go. Rogue Nation going crazy. So you can just hold down your Q. And then you start dashing. And you can also add teleport on that. And we trigger this all the time here. Pork Jar Login. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like or a comment. I'm also live on Twitch almost every day. So come and say hi.